Hey everyone, I'm back today with a book haul. I have accumulated packages and books over the last few months since my last book haul, so I wanted to go ahead and show you all of the books that I've gotten recently. All of these books were sent to me by the publishers and authors for review. I did not buy any of these myself, so thank you so much to the wonderful publishers and authors that sent books my way. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and just start grabbing packages from my floor. This first package is from HarperCollins, and it is an advanced copy of Fearless by Sarah Tarkoff. It is the sequel to Sinless, which I have right here. I have not read this one yet, but I'm so excited to have the sequel so I can jump into it whenever I do read this one. These books are pretty short, so I'm sure they're quick reads. It's a dystopian series. The second book comes out January 15th. It sounds like a long time, but January is right around the corner. So hopefully I can get to these soon. Thank you so much to HarperCollins for sending me this advanced copy. And this next package is actually not a book. It's from Disney Hyperion, and they sent me the Darkest Minds movie. This is the Blu-ray and DVD, so thank you so much. I saw this movie in theaters with my friends and I vlogged the experience. I will link that vlog either on the screen or down below. Be sure to go check it out. It was actually really funny, and I include my thoughts on the movie in that video. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. You could tell it definitely didn't have like a really high budget. The special effects weren't super great, but I felt as far as the storyline, the emotions, the characters, the actors, it was done really, really well. I'm kind of sad that it didn't do super well in the box office and we probably won't get a sequel. I'm not sure. Maybe it'll go directly to TV or something instead of going into theaters. I really hope we do get Never Fade as a movie because I enjoyed this one very much and I loved the actors and actresses that were in this movie, and I thought it was just a really fun time and it had me really emotional by the end of it. I highly recommend watching this movie if you haven't. Next package is from Simon & Schuster, and they sent the book Light as a Feather by Zoe Arson. And this is a new Hulu original series, and I saw this TV show on Hulu and I haven't watched it yet. It says this book was started on Wattpad, which is interesting. The summary says it was supposed to be a game about a girl who starts being friends with the elite group of popular girls at her high school, but everything changes the night of one of their Sweet 16 sleepovers. They play a game that ends up predicting how each of the friends will die. So it sounds pretty creepy. It would have been good for around Halloween time, but I will read these kinds of books any time of the year. And they also sent a bag of popcorn with it. This is another package from Simon & Schuster. And it looks like they just sent along a bunch of advanced copies that are coming out soon, so that's really exciting. This first one is called Girls with Sharp Sticks by Suzanne Young. She's written a lot of books. I don't think I've ever read one of her series or her books yet, but I feel like she's written a lot of young adult books. It's about a group of girls that are at this academy, and this academy has some dark secrets. The main character and her friends try to uncover what's actually going on at this school, so it sounds kind of creepy, maybe a little sci-fi too. Let me see if I can figure out when it comes out. This one comes out March 19th, so a few months away. They sent an advanced copy of Crown of Feathers by Nikki Pau Preto. I have not heard of this book, but it looks super cool. I love the cover. I think it's a young adult fantasy book. In a world ruled by fierce warrior queens, a grand empire was built upon the backs of phoenix riders, legendary heroes who soared through the sky on wings of fire until a war between two sisters ripped it all apart. And there's a lot more to the summary than that. And it comes out February 12th. Another fantasy book that is giant, Sky Without Stars. This is book one in the System Divine series. It's by Jessica Brody and Joanne Rendell. I've heard of Jessica Brody. See, this is an advanced copy. It comes out March 26th. The tagline on the back says, "A thief, an officer, a guardian, all from different backgrounds but sharing one same destiny." So it's like sci-fi, fantasy. I feel like I haven't read a book like this in a long time and I'm really excited for it. A new book from Kiersten White. She's written so many books and I've read a few of them. Some of them I enjoyed more than others. This one's called Slayer, and it's from the world of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is awesome. I actually have the Buffy the Vampire Slayer books, and I've held on to them for years thinking that I was going to read them. So maybe that'll be a goal for 2019. Who knows? This is an advanced copy that comes out January 8th, so it's coming out pretty soon. And it says that this book is about Nina, who finds her life at the Watcher Academy turned upside down when she discovers that, thanks to Buffy, she's not a Watcher at all, she's a Slayer, the newest chosen one, and possibly the last chosen one ever. So kind of, I guess, a spin-off to the Buffy series. And the last book in this package is The Cold is in Her Bones by Peternell Van Arsdale. This one comes out January 22nd. It says it's a story of love, revenge, and redemption inspired by the myth of Medusa. Oh, cool. And the tagline says, demons are real, but fear will not keep you safe. It's a little creepier than I was expecting. And they also sent some buttons with the package. And this whole package was themed around hashtag shelf queens. Treat your shelf to these tales of literary ladies who rule. That's really cool. From HMH Teen, I received Courting Darkness by Robin Lefevers. This is a spin-off book that's set in the world of the His Fair Assassins trilogy, which I have not read, but I've had on my shelf for years. I've held on to it. And this book comes out February 5th of next year. New covers for the whole His Fair Assassins trilogy already came out on October 2nd, and they're beautiful and they match this cover. So that's really cool if you want to get into maybe a little bit of an older fantasy series, but I've heard really good things about it. And they sent along this like enamel pin with it, which is really cool. Alright, so another package. They included like this little envelope with an invitation. This is in promotion of the book Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And this is an invitation to the debutante ball. And it says, uncover the scandalous secrets of high society and Little White Lies. They sent like this mason jar cup, which is so cute. And something in it, I'm not totally sure. And I think maybe some tea. Also with a little keychain. And some coasters that are really cute. It says sweet as sugar. And they sent a hardcover of the book Little White Lies. I believe it is already out. I think it came out November 6th. And it's published by Freeform Books. It's all about the drama and secrets of high society and debutantes, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. I've heard great things about Jennifer Lynn Barnes' other series. This one should be a good time. From HarperCollins, I received This Is Kind of an Epic Love Story by Kieran Callender. It's about a guy named Nathan who doesn't believe in happy endings, even though he's a film buff. He doesn't believe that happy endings exist in real life. His best friend is set on making sure Nate finds someone else, and in a twist that is rom-com worthy, someone does come along, Oliver, his childhood best friend. After a painful mix-up when they were little, Nate finally has a chance to tell Ollie the truth about his feelings. So I think it should be pretty cute and fun and romantic. So I'm really looking forward to reading this new contemporary. It is already out. It came out on October 30th. So from HMH, I received two books, East by Edith Pato and the new sequel, West. These are middle grade fantasy books. This is an advanced copy of West, but I think it might already be out. Yes, it came out on October 23rd. I think East was a pretty popular middle grade book, but honestly I don't read middle grade too much, but these look really good. I might have to give them a shot. So I got another package from Simon & Schuster a while ago, and in that package they included sequels to some books that they sent me in my last book haul. So the first one is This Cruel Design by Emily Suvada. This is the sequel to This Mortal Coil, which I have not read yet, and it's killing me because I think I would really love it. I believe this sequel is already out. It came out October 30th. And these covers are just absolutely beautiful. It's like a sci-fi book all about a world where they can change your DNA. So I'm sure this series is like a really interesting look into humanity and science, and I do really want to read this series. They sent The Reckoning of Noah Shaw by Michelle Hodkin. This one actually comes out today that I'm filming this, November 13th. So it is out, and this is book 2 in the Shaw Confessions trilogy, which is, I believe, a spin-off trilogy to The Unbecoming of Mara Dyer, which I have not read. I know, crazy. It was so popular a few years ago, but I never got around to reading it. But now I have all these books to read, so I do have the Mara Dyer series and the first 2 books in this new one. So hopefully I can get on it pretty soon. They sent The Empress, which is the sequel to The Diabolic. I already have this book, so Eventually, I'm sure I'll include it in a giveaway. They also sent some buttons to match the books, as well as some writing pens. They sent another book in this box, but I actually gave it to my fiance to read because he read the first book. And that book is The Devil's Thief, which is the sequel to The Last Magician, which he read and really enjoyed, and so I let him borrow the sequel. So they sent that book as well. Damsel by Elena K. Arnold, and I received this from Harper Teen. It's a YA fantasy that includes dragons and princes and princesses, so I'm sure it's really fun. And I received Two Dark Reigns by Kinder Blake, which is published by HarperCollins, and this is the third book in the Three Dark Crown series. I actually haven't started this series yet, and I don't have the second book, I just have the first book, so I will have to get on that, but I've heard great things. I hear it's a really quick and easy fantasy read, so I am definitely down for that. I received Light Years by Emily Ziff Griffin from Simon Teen. It's about a girl who's really into technology and coding, and she's about to start a fellowship, but then a deadly virus outbreaks and the world turns into chaos. So it sounds like a really cool sci-fi book. And Harper Teen sent me What If It's Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. I've heard so much about this book, so I was really excited to receive it. And I believe it's going to be turned into a movie, so that's super cool. It's about Arthur and Ben, who are put into each other's path by the universe, and I think it turns into a love story, so it seems like it'll be a really cute contemporary read. I received The Fever King by Victoria Lee from Skyscape, and this one comes out March 1st. The tagline says, "Magic has gone viral." It seems like it's a dystopian. It says, in the former United States, main character wakes up in a hospital bed, the sole survivor of the viral magic that killed his family and made him a technopath. He can control technology. He's the son of undocumented immigrants, spent his life fighting for the rights of refugees fleeing magical outbreaks. He's caught between his purpose and his heart. He must decide who he can trust and how far he's willing to go in pursuit of the greater good. So that sounds fascinating, mixing together a lot of elements. And the last book I have to show you, I received from Simon & Schuster. It's The Perfect Candidate by Peter Stone. And I think it's like a YA political thriller. It's about a high school graduate who lands an internship with Congressman Billy Beck in Washington, D.C. He thinks it's a ticket out of his small town. He finds a friend and a mentor named Ariel, but she winds up dead. As rumors and accusations about her death fly around Capitol Hill, Cameron's low profile makes him the perfect candidate for an FBI investigation that he wants no part of. So yeah, like a murder mystery thriller set in Washington, D.C. I'm usually not one for political, like, kind of based stories, but this one sounds like it might interest me. I got more books. I wanted to show y'all some more books that I got in the mail. I didn't want to wait till my next book haul because I hadn't uploaded this one yet, so I thought I would just go ahead and film another clip and show y'all the other books that I got in the mail. So today I got Art Matters by Neil Gaiman. It says, "Because your imagination can change the world," illustrated by Chris Riddle. I received this from HarperCollins, and it's very cute. It says, "It's drawn together from speeches, poems, and creative manifestos. This remarkable, timely, and important volume explores how reading, imagining, and creating can change the world." Harper Voyager, they sent me a whole series, the Rift Uprising series, the first book being Rift Uprising, the Rift Frequency, and the Rift Coda. All of these are by Amy S. Foster. And this last one is a review copy. So this last book already came out in October. This seems like a action adventure sci-fi series. I believe it's an adult series. I think it'd be a really cool series. I haven't heard of it before, but I'm definitely interested in it. The other day I received this book in the mail, Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shannon Messenger. I got this from Simon & Schuster. And this is the first book in a series. I don't know much about it. It's middle grade. I don't read middle grade a ton, but this one does look cute. It's about a girl who's a telepath, someone who hears the thoughts of everyone around her, and everything changes the day she meets Fitz, a mysterious boy who appears out of nowhere and also reads minds. So I think it'd be a really cute, like, fun middle grade fantasy book. Now, that is all the books I had to show you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this book haul. If you've read any of the books I've mentioned or you're excited to read them, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I will see y'all soon. Bye.